Let's pursue this with Karl Rove, the former Bush 43 Deputy Chief of Staff, best-selling author, Fox News contributor. Karl, I think you said something similar. It really puts the pressure on DeSantis to outright win Iowa. Placing second won't do it. Is it that desperate?
Well, I would disagree. If he has a strong second-place finish and Donald Trump is well below 50%, then DeSantis will have a good night.
Okay.
But his people clearly understand the importance of Iowa to their continuing. That's where they're putting their time. That's where they're putting his time. Key members of his leadership have moved to Iowa. That's where he's putting his advertising. He's the only Republican candidate who's going to do a major Republican candidate who's going to do a full Grassley. That means visiting all 99 counties. He's about ready to finish that task. So they understand he needs to come roaring out of Iowa with either an outright win or a very strong second-place finish, and Donald Trump below where he is today in the Iowa poll at 43. So it's money, marbles, and chalk, and they clearly understand that and are acting accordingly.
Now, this is a state where the religious vote, carries a great deal of influence, and Donald Trump has managed to tick some of that crowd off, at least the leaders of some of that crowd, not the overall voter sentiment out of Iowa. As polls stand now, what do you make of that?
Well, this is one of the unusual things about Donald Trump. He lost the endorsement of a key evangelical leader, Bob Vander Plaats.
Right.
And rather than simply acknowledging that and moving on, he went on a jihad, if you don't mind me mixing religious metaphors, against Vander Plaats, starting to use dollar signs instead of S's in his text messages about him and attacking him in a very personal way and not smart. He has also gone after the very popular governor, Kim Reynolds, who just like DeSantis, just like Vander Plaats endorsed DeSantis. You know, if you're the leader, if you are what he says he is, which is way ahead and on the verge of winning the nomination easily, then that's the time to be conciliatory. He doesn't need to engage in this sort of personal insults and nastiness, and instead he's doing it, which says to me that Donald Trump's worried about Iowa too, and just falling back on his normal pattern of if you're not for him, then you're going to be receiving the blunt of his wrath. But not very smart.
You know, I know we're still about 6 weeks or so away from the caucuses, but with Donald Trump holding this kind of a lead, and I don't know in past contests where the leader has, folded or softened considerably in that time, normally that leader has not had the kind of lead that Donald Trump enjoys now. What can you tell us?
Well, be careful about that. What is his lead? I rely upon the Iowa poll that says he's at 43 and Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis are at 16 each. And that of the 43% who say that they're for Donald Trump today, 29 of the 43 say my mind is made up, but 14 of the 23 say I'm open to changing my mind.
You're talking
Remember,
about
at this
Iowa,
point,
right? We just showed a national
Iowa.
chart here, but in Iowa, it's
right.
that close. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So look, at this point, Herman Cain was ahead in, I believe it was 2011. And at this point, Hillary Clinton was beating Barack Obama badly in 2007. It's fully capable. Ted Cruz won the caucus in 2016 after being behind significantly in 2015. At this point, we're 7 weeks and just under 7 weeks away from this. This is the key moment because my experience in Iowa is that the Iowans take a long while to lock in. They have a preference, but it takes them a long while to lock in, and it is fully capable of having last-minute moves. Give you one last example. 1984, the last poll before the Iowa Democratic Caucus had Walter Mondale at 49, John Glenn and Jesse Jackson each at 13, Ruben Askew at 5, and tied for 5th and 6th were two senators, Alan Cranston and Gary Hart. And just a few weeks later, on the night of the caucus, Mondale nailed it, 48.9%. But the talk of the evening was the surprise second-place finish of Gary Hart, who ended with 16% and went on to wage a 5-month-long battle with Walter Mondale and settled the Democratic nomination literally on the last day of the primaries of 1984, June 5th. And Walter Mondale won the nomination by clinching 21 more delegates than he needed. out of the whole contest, out of this 5-month contest.
Well, I had no idea it was that close and that much pushed to near the end. Wild stuff. Karl, thank you very much. Good seeing you again.